Well, the City of Madison is suggesting people add another term to their eco-friendly dictionary, rain garden.
And joining us is Hannah Molinitsky from the City of Madison's Engineering Department. I am sure. Hannah, can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Hannah, hi.
Hi, welcome.
Okay, so tell us, what is a rain garden first, and then why are you encouraging residents to grow them?
So a rain garden is exactly how it sounds, a garden that catches all of your rain, but it can be an example like this. It can be filled with native plants, perennials, but it's mostly built to be able to hold rainwater, and this helps keep the rainwater in place in this garden versus it just hitting the ground and rolling right onto the street, pooling on the street, and maybe in some cases flooding in your street. So to keep it simple, it is a rain garden, sometimes built on a slope, a natural slope, but this rain garden is a perfect example of a resident in our area. About a 6-year-old rain garden built right in front, super small. It's about 3 by 12 feet, 6 inches deep, super simple, but just a great example of how something so simple can make such a big impact on our overall stormwater infrastructure here in the city.
You have hundreds of these around the city right now. What kind of impact have they had?
Sure. So right now there's about 624 that we know of. And we know that in some areas that have more on the streets, it does help. They see less urban flash flooding in those areas. And also, because of the nature of the plants that you might plant in your rain garden, the pollinators also benefit. So it's a win-win for everyone.
What is the best way to start one? And what kind of plants, the space, and the cost of all of this?
So some of the big kind of questions that we get to our staff is, how do I start? Is it expensive? Does it have to be simple or elaborate? Does it take a lot of time? All of those things. It can be as simple or big as you'd like, as budget friendly or as expensive as you would like. And it also can take little to as much time as you like. It totally depends. So on this rain garden behind me, an example of this, it took the homeowner about 4 hours to put together. So you start by picking your location in your yard that makes sense. Obviously, you don't want it by the foundation of your home if it's collecting rainwater and holding it there. Then you decide, okay, how big do I want it? How big do I want my rain garden? Then you gather your tools, your shovel, your tarp, your wheelbarrow, maybe some string, decide your boundary. Then you can start digging. Once you call Digger's Hotline, of course, 811, before you start digging. And then you just start to choose your plants. That's kind of the fun part. Here in this garden, there's about 15 different native plants and species that the homeowner decided to choose. And then after you pick your plants, you plant your plants, then you maintain. The homeowner here tells me that he doesn't weed it very often, and it's very low maintenance. It cost him under $100. We have a guide on how to keep your costs down. Plant Dane also offers a great program of discounted plants at some points in the year. And then if you're not able to use Plant Dane, our staff recommends that you check out some local nurseries and buy some of the native seed instead of those plant plugs. That can also cut your cost as well. But overall, the look on people's faces to know that you're really helping the community and the environment, priceless.
Absolutely. Hannah, thanks for being with us today. Good advice.